Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. I'm late, but I'm still great. Don't hate. Just wait for me to skate down your way with something to say. TikTok, while it's just us, I appreciate the platform and the opportunity to use this platform to connect with like-minded individuals. With that said, we're going to use this platform to educate, edify, uplift. It might even be a little bit entertaining. Peace to the diaspora. Peace to the gods and to the goddesses, the kings and the queens. Peace to the people. What's happening? What's good with you? Let me adjust this picture. Peace to the kings, the queens, the gods, the goddesses, the soul children, the originals, the chosen, to your families, light, love, abundance, good health, good energy, good vibration. Let me make sure we good. And all that good stuff to you and yours. What's happening with you, y'all? Man, I got it on my mind. So I got to bring it back. And if I can get this picture together, I got to bring it back. We ain't going to wrestle with it too much, though. Where we was at yesterday, because I ran it yesterday, but I kind of went long. I was just going, and I ended up rambling. Forgive me for that. But where I was trying to take you is where I'm going back to today, and we stand locked in, because I think some people miss the whole point of what it is I was saying yesterday. So I got these pictures on here so you can see what I was saying. And we're going to bring it back and help it make sense to you. We're going back to Canaan's land. We're going to show you about Canaan's land. We're going to help you understand. Well, what a thing. Let me make sure you see me. What a thing. We're going to help you understand that in the narrative, Canaan is the only one that's blameless and innocent. Canaan ain't did nothing. The concept of slavery come from Noah, this priest, this fallen priest that got drunk and nakedness got discovered. Mic check, mic check, mic check. The concept of slavery come from Noah. We're going to decode this Bible. We're going to deconstruct this book, and we're going to show you where slavery come from. Because a lot of the people that might be listening to me and swear I'm just talking, and yeah, I might do. But man, I know what I'm talking about. You read that Bible, you start from the beginning, you won't find no concept of no slaves until Noah cursed Canaan. Canaan ain't did nothing to nobody. He's a baby. Canaan was just born. And he's cursed to perpetual slavery, him and his descendants. And in the narrative, Canaan is the one that ain't did nothing to nobody. So we gonna revisit this, but we're gonna help you see what's happening, so you can understand it. Cause you sing about Canaan's land and taking the Canaan's land, and the genocide of the Canaanites and the enslaving of it was justified and good. So we're just gonna show you what it looked like and ask you, once you get to see it in your face outside fairy tale land, is it still so good? Because remember, when we starting from Noah, we starting from rest. Noah mean rest, by the way. And Noah is a priest. How you gonna say Noah is a priest? Because Noah got off the boat and made some sacrifices. That's how I can say Noah is a priest. And the story is of a priesthood and a fallen priest that set up a kingdom in imitation of this priesthood. And this priest cursed Canaan, his grandson, his youngest son's son. because his youngest son, Ham, discovered his nakedness. This is what's called an idiom. Like if I was because I'm undecided about something, and I say, man, I'm up in the air about it. What does this idiom mean? To discover the father's nakedness. We'll get to that. But hey, man, I just want y'all to understand this is where we're going. We're finna revisit the concept of slavery, where it come from, who it come from, and the reason that they got for doing it. We're just gonna revisit it and help y'all understand what's happening before they, cut the lights out on us. Before we get in the end of that, man, let me say, I consider this the present, and it's still the present. Don't get mad at me because you call it Thor's Day. I don't know Thor. I never met Thor. I do not venerate celestial bodies or the personification of them. For me, it is the present day. But for those of you who consider the day to be Thor's Day, let me share this with you. Thor's Day come from, of course, the god of thunder, Thor. And the celestial body that's being personified is Jupiter. And Jupiter is Sky Father, Jove. The Canaanite equivalent would be Baal or Lord. Greek is Zeus, and then the Sumerian is Enlil. I do not venerate celestial bodies or the personification of them. For me, it is still the present, and I came into the present by way of my mother and father. My mother, most specifically. I consider this present a gift that we're experiencing, that I'm experiencing anyway. A gift that we're experiencing, that I'm experiencing anyway. I consider it a gift because, to my knowledge, I did not earn it. And I owe nothing for it. I did not receive it because I'm might check. I did not receive it because I'm so righteous or so good or so holy, or because I knew so much or I said the right prayer in the right name, because I believed in the right doctrine, performed the right ritual. To my knowledge, that's not how I came into the present. I'm experiencing the present again by way of my mother and father, to my knowledge. It is an extension of their goodness that I am here. And that is what we call grace, an extension of goodness. I'm thankful that this present I'm experiencing is not contingent upon any of those things that I named. And for this reason, I consider it a gift. In comparison to any other gift, this present I'm experiencing never gets old. It's always new. Because of this, in comparison to any other gift that may get old, I consider this gift a miraculous one. It's a miracle. It is mundane. I know this is just how this realm goes. But when I stop and think about the present, I am reminded and I remember that in comparison to any other present, this one is miraculous. Don't get mad at me because you don't consider the present that's always new a miraculous experience. But you believe in translations of reports. I got nothing to do with your concept of reality. What you got from Pastor, Deacon, Reverend such and such. And this is what I want to address. Trigger warning to you. If the term or title God is understood based on your belief and not its etymology or definition, you may be triggered or offended by what I'm about to say today. I don't care what you call right, holy, or good according to your belief or doctrine. We've experienced the deceit and the racism and the greed and the misogyny and the slavery done based on your interpretation and what you call right or agree with. I don't care what you call right. I don't care what you agree with. I don't care about your belief in talking snakes and the magical he kingdom in outer space in the sky somewhere. I don't care. Don't care about your interpretation and Deacon Reverend such and such at the First Holiness Cornerstone Baptist Corner Church. I don't care. Don't waste your time. Because this is the reason why I don't care. Because I said what I said yesterday, and it was like, I'm gonna go over it one more, and I want all the so-called Christians and the believers and all the righteous, holy people that just know so much. I want you to explain to me what Canaan did to be cursed to perpetual slavery. I want you to explain to us what Canaan did. Yahweh. It seemed to be something about your religion and your God, Yahweh, that what you call him. He he seen him and his servants seem to get off on cursing and taking the lives of innocent babies. An injustice is being committed, and this injustice that's being committed is the one of the cornerstone pillars of your belief system. You just skip over it. Slavery just always was. Well, if you claim that this book is the origins of all humanity, then the first mention of slavery in this book is Noah cursing Canaan. My question is, what the fuck did Canaan do other than be born? Because this is your justification for slavery, always having been. According to you, and you say this is the origins of all humanity, the concept of slavery itself is a curse that Noah pronounced on his grandson because his youngest son uncovered his nakedness. Trigger warning to you if you think your interpretation of the Bible is the right one and any other interpretation is a private one, especially if you are one of the Protestant denominations of Christianity. I want you to shut up right now. Shut up. Because according to all of you, that scripture applies to you. And it came from the Roman Catholic Church as where the authority goes on who decide what those scriptures mean. And it was for the church fathers, the Pope, and bishops to decide what it meant because they put it together. Deacon, pastor, and reverend such and such, full of the Holy Ghost, did not get to interpret the Bible. The way you apply it of based on the origins of the text, the purpose of it, is exactly what it means. It's why you have 45,000 denominations. The Catholic Church was attempting to keep it uniform, a uniform interpretation, not justifying the Catholic Church in any shape, form, or fashion. I'm explaining that verse. It was to keep from happening exactly what you got going on. Everybody full of the Holy Ghost, and so everybody can interpret the Bible. I'm not getting this from no ghost, so I'm gonna let you know this now. Ain't no ghost gave me nothing. I'm not getting it from a ghost. If you want spook sprinkled on anything, you can find a religious platform, a religious live, and they will sprinkle plenty spook on these stories for you. This is Bible deconstruction. Ex-Christian Bible study, decoding what this book means. And what we looking at today is what we was at yesterday, but I don't think people really understood how deep it goes, so I'm going to take you there one more time, for especially if you call today Thursday. So this curse, right? So we're talking about a kingdom. God is the mighty ones, the Elohim, the powers, like the powers that be, the people that's banning this app, the powers that be. All right, the mighty ones. This is a title that people wear. It's a kingdom. This kingdom operates as a priesthood. To help you understand what that means, the kingdom, which is a family line, they see themselves as their own religion. They are their religion. That's why the kingdom operates as a priesthood. You did. Ain't no foreign gods coming in and funny beliefs and all this other stuff. It's already based on family, Jack, the mighty one, the elders of the family. That's how we getting down. All right, this is how it always been. It's a priesthood. The priesthood split. It was a war, and after the split, the reason for the split was one of the priests, one of the sons, rebelled and said he was gonna set up his own king. After the split, I'm gonna set up my own king. The war was the split, caused the split, the rebellion caused the split. Then after the split, this fallen priest said, I'm gonna set up my own king. But he don't got the wisdom of the original. Now, he got the knowledge, not the wisdom. So he gonna set up his kingdom on top of yours, but not above yours. And it's being set up after the split. And the things that's being described is being described to you after the split. So after the flood, you got a priest that get drunk. And his nakedness get exposed. And his youngest son is the one that does it. A preacher, pastor, deacon, reverend, such and such said that it was his youngest son saw him exposed, unclothed. And for this reason, this priest, instructed by the Lord to build an ark, not to warn people, I said, to build an ark, I said, and save humanity. Get off the boat and make a sacrifice. Perform his priestly duties, immediately get drunk. We talking about the fallen priest, immediately get drunk, and his nakedness is exposed. And he wake up, find out that how his nakedness got exposed, and so he curses his grandson, his youngest son's son. Make all the sense in the world, right? That makes sense. The grandson is the child, is the baby. The baby is being cursed to perpetual slavery. Because his father saw his grandfather And that make all the sense in the world. We can make songs now. We can look forward to taking Canaan's land because you see how it's completely justified, right? It don't gotta make sense. It just, I mean, but we got Noah, and pronouncing curses, and we all know Noah can pronounce curses on people and institute slavery just because the child was born. So what is it? What do to discover your father's nakedness mean? It mean that Ham slept with Noah's wife, and the baby that they had because of this was Canaan. You don't gotta accept it. We just gonna reveal to you what was unknown and what wasn't seen. And so how we gonna do this is help you understand Noah's wife is not named. Where she come from is not mentioned. Neither is her name. She represents the unknown, the unseen. But in the whole story, what especially if you take it literal, especially that Noah, his wife, Ham, and Canaan, out of everybody, Canaan is the innocent one. Canaan is the blameless one in the story. He's the one without spot or blemish. They ain't did nothing to nobody. This is the one that's cursed. And his land is the promised land. You say he's not the promised one. He don't represent the promised one. But his land is the promised land. And when you come across Melchizedek, he's in Canaan. You don't have to call him a Canaanite. All right, but that's where he is. That's where Salem is. However you want to twist it, turn it, make it, you get Canaan cursed to be a slave and his descendants. Canaan ain't did nothing to nobody. He don't have to done did nothing to nobody. Noah cursed him. To nobody. Noah cursed him. That's what matters. I mean, is this what you call justice? Is what you call right? In any other sense, if in and it's Noah doing the cursing. I'm saying because Noah cursed this child. You mean to tell me that justified the genocide? Well, no, you said they was worshiping other gods and sacrificing children to these other gods. So the Lord told the Israelites to go into Canaan and save the babies, right? Because the problem is the babies that's being the lives, these innocent lives of these children being taken. That's the problem, right? Yeah, they was doing it to other gods, but the problem is that they unliving babies. So we got to go in and save these babies, right? No, that's not what happened, is it? Because that wasn't the problem, was it? Mm-mm. No, the taking of innocent lives and taking children's lives was not the problem. So Israel was sent in to take those children's lives in the name of the Lord. Look at the picture. You can see the Lord in the picture. Lord mean master, like slave master. They were sent in And hormad, that means total destruction. It's an offering, a type of sacrifice to Yahweh. Men, women, and children. So it wasn't the taking of innocent lives that was the problem. It was in the name of what God it was being done. This is what we're going to get you to wrap your head around. Because we said Noah was a priest, right? I just said Noah was a priest. And a priest in the kingdom is the mouth of the mighty ones. Who is Noah a priest of? Who is Noah interacting with? Who is he dealing with? He's dealing with a being that's claiming to be his God. He called him the Lord. Mic check, mic check, mic check. That's who Noah is sacrificing to when he get off the ship. After they get through genociding, after the split. And then he sacrificed to his God. So the wife in the esoteric way is the wisdom. Now remember of Noah's wisdom, it is not spoken of where his wife came from or what her name was. It is unknown. So what is unknown, because it cannot be described um, by its sight, must be described by the experience of it. That's how we describe this unknown uh, realm or space, by how we experience it. And it is from this space that knowledge or awareness or consciousness is born. And from how it operates, the wisdom is observed from how it operates. We'll take our time and walk you through. So hell mean burnt or hot or scorched. And he got a hold to some unknown wisdom, because Noah was drunk and asleep. And he expressed it. I'm telling you that Canaan is the promised one. But you got everything upside down, so let me help you. Let me reveal to you what it means. You see, it's a beast standing in front of the woman, waiting to devour her child from the moment it's born. And the child that's going to be born represent a ruler, the promised one to come. And to this beast, this child is his replacement. Because the priest fell in the priesthood, and this child is his replacement. So do you think when the child is born, but it say the child is snatched up to God and is strong because you are conceived of first, before you come out of earth, before you come out of this womb, the physical womb, you come out of this womb, and the kingdom things are planned. You was thought of, you was conceived of, snatched up to God and his throne. But when he come out the physical body, do you think this system, this fallen priest, celebrate that birth or curse it? What did the child do for the beast to stand in front of it, waiting to devour it from the moment it's born? What did the child do? Nothing. Be born. And then so when the child is born, is the beast gonna curse the child or bless the child? Now, what he's supposed to be doing is giving some praise because the child represents a priest, and the priest collect the prayers and supplication and present it. He's the go-between. But instead of giving it up, he waiting to curse the child from the moment it's born. And this story continues to play out. This is the reason for the war. This is the reason for the split. And after the split, this dragon, this person, this system, these people, we dealing with people, and so everybody come through a family tree, a family line, and any tree that bear fruit is female. We're talking about a type of wisdom, type of understanding. Your wisdom culture tells of your origins, and in your origin story, the wisdom of your culture is said to be contained in the symbols and signs used to describe how you came to be. The understanding of your culture is contained in the origin story of it. So we dealing with on one side, a child is going to be celebrated, and the child represent an expression of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's what it means. Being expressed in a way that it bring light, it give light. And you can see. Mic check, mic check, mic check. So we got a fallen priest, but he want to set up after the split. He want to set up him a kingdom. After the split, he want to set up him a kingdom. He want to set up him a kingdom. In rivalry and imitation of the kingdom he got exiled from. And the story pick up after the split. And you got a priest that get drunk and his nakedness get discovered. And so he cursed. First off the boat. First off the ship. He do his sacrifice, get drunk, curse. His grandson, no less. When you see the same thing play out after a split. So you remember it say to replenish the earth. That's what the instruction will be: fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, and so replenish the earth. You remember that? You remember I say before the creation narrative, it was a war? And then we pick up after that. And then you got the Lord God introduced, right? And then you got a tree that's forbidden, and you got a serpent. The serpent is a person, and the tree is the tree that this serpent came from. The Lord is his creator. He created that serpent. He like the father. If the tree is the mother, because the tree that's forbidden, of the knowledge of good and evil, this tree, the fruit, well, it's a female tree. I said the serpent because it represents a family tree. All family trees, all is female, including that one. And the fruit of it is the people, the souls of it. And they consider serpents. They represent this fallen priesthood, this family line, right? And the Lord is the Father. Yeah, we'll take our time, help you understand how it all play out. So you see Noah cursing his own grandson, right? and the grandson ain't did nothing. The only one in the story that's completely innocent. Okay, man. So when you got the Lord and the serpent and Adam and Eve, out of these four, who told the truth? Out of the four of them, out of the Lord, Adam and the serpent, Adam and Eve, out of the four, which one of them told the truth? Who created the serpent? The Lord. So that would be, he will be like his father, right? And whatever tree that he came from would be his mother. Oh man. Mhm. He said he gonna set up his own kingdom. But here's, is right, like in the kingdom you got mother, divine wisdom, and then the other one you got the whore, cause he gonna whore his out. He gonna whore his out. But I'm talking about this slavery concept that the Christians keep trying to dodge, and I'm trying to help you understand who Canaan is, according to your book, who that baby is, what that baby is. I said to uncover the father's nakedness is to sleep with his wife. Ham got Noah's wife pregnant, and they had a baby. The baby's name was Canaan. Canaan's Noah's wife is not named. Where she come from is not known. But that's what the idiom to uncover your father's nakedness, that's what that idiom means. There was some freaking going on. If you take it literal. Now, Cana means to be synchronized or synchronicity. Canaan means land of purple. And we associate purple with royalty is because of when you watch the sunrise, you're going to see a strip of purple. When you watch the sunset, you're going to see a strip of purple. Right before it come up and right as it's before it come up and right as it's set to announce the coming of it and the setting of it. Land of purple. And synchronicity. And when you get into the breakdown and etymology of what Canaan means and what come from Canaan, when you get into the mysteries, the my stories, because Ham mean hot or burnt or scorched. So we dealing with the descendants of Ham. And his descendants, one of his descendants was cursed to perpetual slavery. Just because the child hadn't done anything. Canaan ain't did one curse. I don't care how you twist it, how you play with it. The one that ain't did nothing to nobody is the one that's cursed. And you call it good and right and make songs about taking these people's stuff, but This is because what you call right and good and just has been turned upside down. Because what is being committed is an injustice, a great injustice on this child and these people. So what do they know? They know something. Whatever it is they know, Noah didn't want them to know. Sound familiar? I say it's a repeat. You got a fallen priest, and you got some people that got a hold of some knowledge that the Lord didn't want them to know. Remember? It's the same story being retold as always now. We done got on this app, people getting hold of some knowledge that the Lord, look at the picture, don't want you to know. So it's illegal now. It's forbidden fruit. You are in his garden of pleasure. You have been assigned your work. And there are things that the Lord has decided you should not know. And if you were to know, then you would be too much like them. Oh, man. So they gave you the blueprint of what they did or are doing to you. So ever since Noah cursed Canaan, Canaan's land has been the promised land. You find Melchizedek there? Because from from Noah's sons, you get Shem. And from Shem you get Abram. And Shem and the sons of Noah already know about this curse. And Shem is the one that's gonna carry it out. This curse. Remember, it's all off a curse. It's what it started with. The enslavement of these people, the genocide of these people, it started with a curse. I just want everybody to just wrap your brain around it. I mean, do I gotta scream it? Do I gotta holler it? Are you wrapping your brain around what I'm saying? You are dealing with some people that said we get to genocide you and enslave you because our ancestors cursed your ancestors. And you have people in 2025 that call this right and good. Do you hear what I'm saying? Christians argue with people on these platforms as if the concept of slavery don't come from one of their patriarchs. I mean, like with a straight face. It's one of the first things Noah do after he get out the boat. Catch it if you can. It's one of the first things Noah do after he get out the boat is pronounce a curse and institute slavery immediately. You can paint it however you need to. And then it described the process of carrying this out. And it's called Holy, Right, and Good. Because it was called the Promised Land. Why is this the Promised Land? Because the Lord promised that land to Abram. Why did the Lord promise that land to Abram? Because the people was already cursed. Why was they already cursed? Because Ham uncovered Noah's nakedness. What that had to do with Canaan? I said they gave you a justification. The loosest justification they could find, the absolute absence of blessing, it's off a curse. It's not off a blessing. A lesson, it's off a curse. But this is their reason that they gave you for the concept of slavery, according to the Christians. It's part of Canaan's curse. What did Canaan do to get the curse? Be born. And that's how it's supposed to go then. That's where it must have been a reason for it. No, you can read it for yourself. Canaan just was born. That's it. He don't even say nothing in the text, in the narrative. Canaan never says a word, not a mumbling word. But he's cursed to perpetual slavery, him and his descendants. And the Christians call this right and good. Why? Why? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Oh, is somebody saying something in the comments, something that I'm missing? Let me look in the comments. Maybe somebody answering it in the comments, man. Nobody answering in the comments. I said, let me put it out there. Give me ask the question again. I'm trying to figure out from the Christians, all these know-it-alls that know everything, because we don't have the Holy Ghost, so we can't possibly interpret these scriptures because we have not been given the Holy Ghost. So I'm trying to figure out one of y'all that got the Holy Ghost, right? To explain to us what Canaan did to deserve to have the institution of slavery brought up on him. Trying to figure it out. Mic check, mic check, mic check. I'm trying to figure out from the believers what the baby did to be cursed with perpetual slavery. And you say that this curse is somehow binding and justifies the later genocide and slavery that's going to be committed. Then you turn around and say, well, it was because they was worshiping other gods and sacrificing babies to those gods. And so then you say that the Israelites were sent into Canaan not to rescue the babies, but to sacrifice those babies, but just to do it in the name of Yahweh. Jehovah Jireh. Because they not sent to rescue the baby. They not sent to save them. So when we looking at it and we reading this stuff, right? And we understand read comprehension. I did very well in reading comprehension. You might say I don't have the Holy Ghost to reveal it for me. But as far as reading comprehension goes, hey man, I got it. So when I look at the context and the reasoning behind them entering into this place, I understand that it was not about the babies being sacrificed to other gods. The babies being sacrificed, the lives of babies being taken is not the problem. We know this because Israel was sent in and told to take the babies' lives. So the taking of the babies' lives was not the issue with Yahweh or Jehovah Jireh. That wasn't his problem. It was it was who and who God, the God that you're doing it in the name of. You have to do this in my name. So go in there in my name and do it. And all of them for not doing it in my name. If it's going to be some babies being unalive, it's going to be done in my name. I don't care if you're feeding breadcrumbs to a pigeon in Central Park. I want a piece. Oh, man, it's deep. So when what they put in your face is the method of your subjugation, and what they tried to do was just get you to call it right. They trying to justify it. But as you look at the story and you read these narratives, especially for you who take it literally, there is no justification. Zero. For none of the slavery, none of the genocide. None. Because every single thing you claim to be morally evil or wrong, Yahweh tell these people to do in his name. Everything. Name something that you claim to be morally good, and we'll show you in this book, morally evil, and we'll show you in the book where the Lord tell these people to do that exact same thing. You call it right. Why do you call it right? Because your mama told you to, and your daddy told you to, your granny told you to, uncle, preacher, deacon, reverend, such and such told you to, and you never thought about it. You never thought about it. Damn, man, Canaan really, you sure right, man. Canaan ain't did nothing. Canaan just a baby. How you gonna curse a baby and be a righteous, good, holy person? How in the hell? How in the hell can you get drunk, wake up, and curse your grandbaby and be considered a righteous, holy, good person? How? In what reality? The same reality where they can be told to go unalive everybody that breathe, including the children, and it be called holy, right, and good. Same way. Who gonna call that right and good though? So you mean to tell me cursing somebody because they were born And then these people that you curse because they were born have a different belief system than you, and their belief system that's different from yours justifies you coming in and unaliving them and enslaving the rest. I want you to look at these pictures. I want you to hear me when I tell you it's always now. I want you to look at them, and I want you to look at them real close. I said, you mean to tell me that it's okay to curse a child, and through this child, an entire group of people, and based on this curse? See, whatever culture they develop, you get to see it as evil and justification for you to wipe them out, and justification for you to wipe them out. Those that you don't wipe out and run off and slave. Because you believe that a being came out the merry mammy motherfucking me sky and told you to. All based on a curse. And if I don't accept this curse, it's something wrong with me. It just so happened Ham, the one that do the discovering of the father's nakedness, the people I come from, I'm saying they come. That's where I come from. That's y'all. That's us in the story. But it just so happened Canaan is the one that is the innocent one. I know he the one y'all love to curse. I know he the one stuff y'all love to take. But in the whole story, Canaan is the one that ain't did nothing to nobody. Just want you to remember that as you sing songs about taking his stuff, wiping out his people. Look at the picture and enslaving them just because they was born. The Canaanites, the cursed people. But they the cursed people because the God of this world, well, how else is he going to see them if they represent El Elyon, you remember, Melchizedek, God Most High, and they represent the Lord. Where else they going to see you in your birth? They're not going to call it blessed and get a praise up where it's supposed to. The God in his throne, they're going to throw that down. Your birth is cursed. You cursed from the moment you're born. To them and they God and they priests. Noah is a priest. The priest is the mouth of the mighty ones, the mouth of to they priests. You cursed from birth. In the kingdom, your birth is celebrated. That's why you conceived of from here. Yeah, in the kingdom, yeah, your birth is celebrated. But in the world, when you come out the womb, it's a dragon in front of you. It's just waiting to devour you from the moment you're born with a curse. Yeah, don't they tell you you cursed from birth? Yes, they do. Soon as you're born, they tell you you're born into this curse, right? The dragon stood in front of the woman to devour the child from the moment it was born. So you got Noah, this priest, representing the mouth of the God of this world, doing what the God of this world does to the promised one, cursing his arrival. Because Canaan means synchronicity. And Canaan means land of purple. And you know when you see that purple, guess what that means? Sun coming. Put the story together. Because it's very sad that the people don't understand what's being put in your face in the story. You understand that this is the story that they use to justify your enslavement and genocide, right? Who you think the Canaanites is? It's always now. We're not talking geographical location. Who do you think the Canaanites are? Who do you think the Canaanites are? What wisdom do you think Ham might check, might check, might check, might check? What wisdom do you think Ham discovered that he expressed and passed on? You have to look at what came from Ham to understand. So the cultures that came from Ham is said to be Cush, Egypt, Canaan, Ethiopia. I'm just saying. Just according to the story, you know, these people came, all these came from Noah, all these came from Noah and his descendants. And Noah is the one that cursed Canaan and the descendants of Canaan to perpetual slavery. My contention is that the concept of slavery, Christians, come from Noah. It's not mentioned in the book before him. And it is included in what is called a curse. For some reason, you insist on trying to justify it and find where people always did it. Well, according to the Bible, they wasn't doing it till Noah. According to your book. Go look, flip you some pages, come back. But Jesus paid for the genocide of American Indian people to still not live. Jesus ain't a real person. He can't pay for nothing. What they got on here, man? So yeah, Jesus can't pay for nothing. Could the God of this world actually be Lucifer? What you mean, could it be? You can't, what you think? But let's de-spookify it, all right? Let's take all the spook off of it. When you say God, the word is from the Hebrew term Elohim, right? It's a plural word. It means the mighty one. It is said that the mighty ones operate in and from a kingdom that is eternal. And that this kingdom that is eternal operate as a priesthood. What this means is this kingdom, this family, their family, and the way that they operate is their religion. It's built in. That's why the kingdom operate as a priesthood. What this is saying is, my family line, these are my gods. My king, this is my kingdom. Us, we are our religion. That's what that means. Because they operate as a priesthood, the priests function as the go-between or the mouth of the mighty ones. Because this kingdom operated function that the way it does is unified and the people is moving together in wisdom and understanding, they would have influence or power compared to the people who didn't. And the priests operate as go-between between the kingdom and the people in the know and those that didn't, to make it as simple as possible. One of these priests, though, took the knowledge and wisdom and understanding that he got and said he was going to set up his own. He was going to take the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and spread it his way, do his thing. The go-betweens are considered light bringers because they bring the light, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the mighty ones to the people outside of the kingdom or outside of the family. But this is how the kingdom spread in peace. All right. Light bringer is that's what Lucifer means. Now, when you take the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and you turn it upside down, or you present the opposite of it, you take it and you present it in a way to make it seem like it means something else. Then now you are an adversary. Now you oppose the light. Now you trying to keep the light from being put out because you taking it and you turning it and you twisting it all upside down. So when you say Lucifer rules the world, yeah, it's not the first time it happens. This is what happens when people forget who they are and what they are, and people who have knowledge and understanding use it for greed and destruction and pride and hate. I know it was kind of convoluted what I'm saying, but I'm trying to take the spook off of it when you say Lucifer. So these priests that we have right now, the preachers, pastors, popes, deacon, reverend, and the politicians, okay, they get in front of you, they dress up, they smile at you, and they lie to you. That's Lucifer. When they tell you that this came out the sky, being came out the sky, when the pastor sit in front of you and say the word came down out the sky on fire, in the mountain tremble with smoke and the trump, that's Lucifer. Because that's divine knowledge and wisdom and understanding being presented to you from its lowest possible way of being thrown down. Because that's not what it means. He's taking divine knowledge, but he's removing the wisdom from it. He's removing mother from it. Like literally, they give you the book and tell you when it comes to the mighty ones, God, there is no mother. But back to Canaan, y'all. I need you to understand that the believers say that the killing off of the Canaanites is justified. These are people who look like me and you. And I want you to understand that this is what you're saying. I don't want to put nothing, so correct me if this is not it. But what you're saying is that it's okay for a priest to curse a child to perpetual slavery and for this curse to be carried out. You're saying that if a being that you call the Lord and you believe in, worship, that came and told some people that this was their land, that they could go take the land, but first they had to take the lives of everybody in it. And those that they did not, those lives that they didn't take, to enslave. You call it right and good when it's in what you call the Old Testament. But when these very same things are put in your face in these pictures, you say it's evil and bad. So I'm going to tell you why these are revelations, why they banning this app and whatever they're going to try to do. Once it reaches full measure, it can no longer be hidden. Everything that we call right and good, when the judgment comes, is put in your face. This is your life in review. Remember what you call right and good? Now you have to experience everything you said was right and good. Because you said it was right and good, the only way we're going to really be able to judge it in the hour of judging is if you experience those things. Is if you experience those things. Now, from the receiving end, I mean, like, to be cursed just because you was born. To be seen as cursed just because you exist. For people to think it's right to pick on you and take advantage of you and use you just because you exist, what it feel like? You still call it right and good. What if they do it in the name of the Lord? Is it right and good then? How do it feel? What about people coming into your land, unaliving everybody in your family line to the point where your family line is erased, nigga, in the name of their God? Would you call it holy, right, and good then? When you experience it, say when it reaches full measure and it can no longer be hidden, meaning that you got to eat it, it's in your face, you got to experience it. Can you find a way to call it good? Look at the picture. They coming in the name of the Lord. The Lord told them to take all the land and enslave the rest of the people. And it was right. They was right to do it, right? They did it in the name of Jesus. They was right to do it. It was what the Lord wanted to happen so that you could get Jesus, right? If the baby had to be cursed, and this ideology had to be set up in order for you to get Jesus, right? Anybody want to tell me what Canaan did to deserve to be, for the whole invention of slavery to be put up on him just because he was born? Anybody want to tell me what the baby did? Anybody want to tell me today? So Canaan didn't do nothing. So he just got cursed to be a slave just because he was born, and there it is. So these people put what they did to you and are doing to you in your face, but they presented it to you backwards and got you to call it good. And in the time of revelation, what's going to be revealed to you is all the shit, the human sacrifice included, that you've been calling good. In ignorance, in darkness. Now the light is revealed on it. Now you can see it for what it is. What about his mother? So his mother represents the unknown and the unseen, because Noah's wife is you don't hear her. What's her name? Where she come from? So you don't know where she come from. You don't know her name. What do this mean? Well, we know she represent wisdom, but she represent wisdom from the unknown. That's what she is. What she represent? The unknown, mystery, my story. So let's make it plain. What's being presented is this. We don't know where it all started, when it all started, how it all started. We call that darkness. We call the unknown what we don't know, what we are unaware of, what we are subconscious of. We call that darkness. What we can't see, touch, taste, smell, hear, describe as darkness. Because we can't describe it by its sight, we must describe it by the way we relate to it, or the way we experience the unknown. So we relate to the unknown as mother, because we come from the unknown. And the unknown represent what we can't see, touch, taste, smell, or hear. So what the unknown represent is male. The unknown, the darkness, is female. What that darkness represents is male. The unknown, the darkness, is female. That's what we come out of, the unknown. That darkness, what it represent, the principle it represent is male. Because you remember, you can't picture what you can't see. So once we call it blackness, we got us a picture, right? So it's just a representation of what we can't see. It's not that, but it represent that. That's mama. We relating to how we function because we come out of her. We come out of that darkness. This manifests in our reality because the point of our awareness started in the womb. In darkness, our eyes are sealed. But the point of awareness, and it comes from being unaware, from being in the dark about, and then you come into a point that you're aware of yourself. It started in the womb. These are principles being described. Noah's wife this is what's being represented with Noah's wife, with her not being named, and where she's from not being named. The order of Melchizedek. Where it comes, the kingdom that always been here and always was and always operated as a priesthood. Ham get a hold of some esoteric, unknown wisdom and expressed it. Because the Son is the expression of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It's represented in the cultures that came from Ham. We going beyond the physical interpretation of the story, I know. But the physical interpretation, the literal, interpretation is Ham discovered Noah's nakedness, and because of this, Noah cursed Canaan. That don't make no sense. What do Canaan got to do with Noah being naked? He got to be a slave and his descendants forever? I mean, it wasn't even no such thing as slaves yet. I mean, you invented slavery for the boy. Woke up and cursed the boy. The boy ain't did nothing. So what do we got going on, man? All I know for sure is Canaan is innocent. Canaan is blameless. And for some reason, in your religion and all of the Abrahamic religions, this blameless, innocent child is the one that you take such delight in cursing and taking his stuff. His land, though, is the promised land. He's not the promised one. He's the cursed one. Let you tell it. But his land, though, is the promised land. And this is the setup. This is the narrative. From here on out, it's going to be about the taking of Canaan's land. The whole point of the story is going to lead up to the children of Israel entering into the promised land, Canaan's land. Canaan ain't did nothing to these people. Nothing. They've been sojourning through here. You did what I'm saying? When Abram first came through there, Melchizedek blessed his game. The Midianites, Jethro blessed Moses' game. We was blessing y'all ancestors' game. And in return, they came and destroyed these people and took their land. It's always now. Hell yeah, they want to ban this app. Look at these pictures. Them ain't kumbaya pictures. Man, ain't now kumbaya picture up there. And them is melanated people. They not black. Wasn't nobody black. It was melanated people all over the world, including here. The promised land of purple, the land of royalty, the land of synchronicity, What is the synchronicity? Where if you understand what synchronicity is, then you understand that there's a cycle. If you understand that there's a cycle, you understand that there's a circle. The root word for church, body, womb, divine wisdom, 360 degrees, knowledge born. Where the light come from, reading from right to left. The order of Melchizedek. See, the one that you call the cursed one, I said the one that you call the cursed one is because the God of this world, by way of his priests, look at the picture, call him the cursed one. So his land is the promised land. Because the priests of the God of this world said the baby is cursed. And what is the curse, everybody that's listening to me? Slavery is the curse. It's a curse. Now, it say in the book that you was blessed, be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth and subdue it, have dominion. That means absolute authority. But what's the absence of absolute authority? Because you're dealing with somebody like to turn everything turned upside down. So if you've been given absolute authority, what would they want to make of you to turn it upside down? We just gonna take all the spook off of it. I said, if you've been given dominion and rule in this realm over everything that moves, and dominion means absolute authority, what would be the complete absence of that? And if somebody, and you know what they do, because they like to take everything and turn it upside down, what would they want to do to you if you got absolute authority and they take everything and turn it upside down? Then they mean they gonna want to make you a slave. You ain't gonna have no authority. You have no dominion, no rule. The land, the earth is yours. You have no land, no earth. That's what they would do to represent what they are about, and to represent what they are to you. And his priests, look at the picture at the bottom, because you got the Lord sitting in the congregation. It's the slave master. Lord mean master. And then you got his priests. Picture number 2, the picture right on top of it, show you how the Lord created his priests. That look like you. Hell yeah, they want to ban this app. I'm telling you, it's always now. Everything is not what it looked like. It's not. It's really not. So if what's being exposed is the entire setup is fake, phony, fraudulent, and based on the absolute worst type of evil and injustice that could possibly be imagined. The cursing of an innocent baby. It's disgusting what you built your ideology off of. It's disgusting. You're so smug and you know so much and you're so right and you justify the sickest of things. You are dishonest and deceitful and greedy and violent and stupid. But because of your greed and your violence and your deceitfulness, an upside down backwards world, these are the best attributes to have. But anybody that would sit in front of you and say that slavery is justified because it always was, please tell them I said that slavery came from Noah cursing Canaan. According to your Bible. If you didn't know that, well, you know that now. What you do with this information is up to you. But I really need you to put yourself in the shoes of Canaan. I want you to look at Canaan as your baby. I want you to understand that Canaan is your child that was born. You got your baby sitting in your lap. You understand me? And the baby has been cursed to be a perpetual forever slave. And his children. From now on. I just want to know who would see your child like that? How much hate would they have to have for whatever it is your child represent to do that? We taking it and returning because I know y'all like to praise Noah and he was so righteous and good, and because God, the Lord, said he was a good, righteous. Noah found favor, and so yeah. But we saying that about him cursing his baby though. We trying to make some sense of it, Christians. That's all we trying to do. We just trying to make sense of it. We trying to make sense of that you said that these people was worshiping other gods and unaliving children, and then the Israelites was told to go in there not to save those children, but to take the lives of those same children. I want you to make some sense of it. If you can't make no sense of it, I want to understand why y'all try to get people to convert to this horror show. It's horrible. It's horrible. Do you understand? The things that you call right and good when these things play out, it's horrific. It's the worst thing to ever happen to people. None of the things that you get online and try to justify, if it were to happen to you, would you call it good? None of it. Not any of it. And you seem to be too dense to understand that once you say that, nah, man, I ain't feeling this. I wouldn't want that to happen to me and my family. You epitomize hypocrisy when you sit up and try to justify it being done to somebody else. When you just said if it was done to you for the same reasons, nah, that wouldn't be good. I wouldn't want nobody to come kick my door in, take everybody's life because we don't worship their God. Because we didn't say nothing either way about abortion, so that means we both. Hey, man, listen. If it was to happen to you, then they say, well, the Lord wouldn't tell people to do that anymore. But you say that the Lord don't never change, the same today and forever. And so you're not going to have both. He don't never change, but then he changed. Which one is it? Because if he don't never change, then that means, shit, the Lord might tell some people in 2025, hey, I want you to go in there and take everybody, all of them, because that's what we've known him to do and tell people to do. Now, you saying he don't do that no more? When he stopped? Look at the picture. When he stopped. What year was it? What day was it? Did he stop telling people to stop taking people's stuff and enslaving people and cursing babies? What day was it? We ain't got but 7. You remember, we not talking about the ancestors, the mighty one. They finished. They at rest, so they done. Once you at rest, you ain't coming back to change, flip, switch, nothing. But I'm talking about the Lord and his crew. They got a lot going on. Genocide in particular. And right after the genocide, it seems slavery soon follows every time. From Genesis. The Lord wipe everybody out. And then I got to find who gonna be my slaves. Bam, I done pick me who gonna be my slaves. Here it go. And then they replenish to do what? So we could go wipe out the people that we don't like and do it again. Hey man, listen, man. Move across the land like a cancer. So they took the Canaanite gods. All the Canaan, the El Elyon and Asherah and all that type of stuff came from Canaan. But Abram said he was, Lord God Most High. Melchizedek said God Most High, or El Elyon. And Abram said Lord God Most High. Read it for yourself. They not talking about the same. Uh, not at all. And the writers know exactly what they're doing. You don't. You don't know what's going on. But just know that Melchizedek represent a priesthood that already was in place. Because it already was in place, because that's what it represent. A kingdom that was already in place. Get it? It might take a while. And the kingdom that was already in place, it was spread and operated in peace, or from Salem. But you got this other system that's going to be set up. They don't spread or operate in peace. Look at the picture. That's how they spread. They put in your face what they've been doing to you. They picked you just because you was peaceful. You had a lot of knowledge, had some stuff built up already. And what you hadn't developed was weapons of mass destruction. Mic check, mic check. They picked you. You had some good stuff developed on some good land, some good knowledge and wisdom, but what you didn't have was weapons of mass destruction. What you wasn't good at is being deceitful and violent. They took your honesty and made that a liability. Your openness, yeah, this attribute of being open and honest and authentic with them would cause you to be victimized. They take everything and turn it upside down. They understand war, though. That they understand. The lowest level of communication between us is conflict. That's when all understanding has been removed. So after Noah got off the boat, I want you to look at the picture while I talk to you. I say, after Noah got off the boat, Noah cursed Canaan. Canaan ain't did nothing to Noah. He cursed him with perpetual servitude, slavery, fresh off the boat. I want you to look at the picture while I tell you what I'm saying to you, because it's always now. I just want you to understand it. In Canaan's land, ever since then, because Canaan is cursed, is the promised land. Because Canaanite, they got other gods. Because you're dealing with the gods of the ancestors. You got the gods of your ancestors. They got the gods of their ancestors. Who were their ancestors, just like yours was. And the God of their ancestors told them that your land is the promised land. Told them that your land is the promised land. And you worship other gods. You a heathen. Because your ancestors come from some people that these people say was cursed, that uncovered the nakedness of some people they claim to be their ancestors. All of our ancestors. But remember, it was a split. Some people got exiled. These priests, this fallen priest, Lucifer, once he rebelled, he became the Satan adversary. Where this priest is this priesthood, like our priesthood, and the priesthood is passed on by family. It's a family. It's a branch of the family. The third was taken with him. He got his wife and his kids and his kids and his family. He had the knowledge that he had from the role he played in the kingdom, but again, he's executing it without the wisdom of the kingdom. No understanding. So he's not gonna set his up in peace. He can't set it up in peace. He got the divine knowledge and he can express it, but he don't got no wisdom and understanding to go with it. So his is gonna be spread in war, by conflict. I come to bring a sword. Because we represent no mother. We represent no wisdom, no understanding. I mean, they represent it. They'll tell you, ain't no mother. Nigga, you just don't know what it means. They don't want peace with you. They want your shit. They want your soul. They want your money. They want your energy. They do not want peace with you. I don't know how many ways they have to show you this. Peace for them is making war on you. Hear you mean? A lot of people say the fear of the Lord, the fear of the Lord. I need all my people to gather around and listen to what I'm about to tell you, especially to my warriors, because this is a message for war. This ain't for the people in the bottom picture with the slave preacher in the pulpit. This not for these people. This is for the people that's on the shore with the bow and arrow. This is for the spirit in these people, for what I'm about to tell you out your Bible. You know how y'all say the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom? To keep the people docile and fear and keep that fear first and foremost? Fear of the Lord. Well, Mama said to fear the Lord is to hate evil. I need you to marinate on that. Let it really sink. Mama said. Well, how do you show fear of the Most High, of the I Am? Is to hate evil. Hate it. That's how you fear in the kingdom. Because, all fear being cast out. And so this is a character flaw of mine. I must admit, when I encounter fear, my first reaction is anger. The fuck you scared of? Bring your scared ass on and come. But as I grow, I understand that I'm on the right track. But how do you combat evil? The skill needed to combat it successfully is to realize that fear is the absence of courage. And the person don't need anger. They need encouragement. Because the goal is to get rid of the fear. And I'm on the warrior style. As soon as it's recognized, you got to understand how to get rid of it. This is what we learn as we grow. But the spirit, though, is still one of war when we encounter, because they got the fear like this. They fearing and trembling. But in the kingdom, Mama said, you show what they think of as fearing and trembling, you show by hating evil, all evil. That's how you show what they hate it. All lies, deceitful, you're violent, you want to take, you want to enslave. Yeah. What's evil? Man, listen. From a general objective, I cannot tell you what it is. It must be agreed upon between us. All I can do is tell you that what I would not want done to me, I consider it to be evil. I would not want to be enslaved. I wouldn't want it done to me. So I consider that against my law. I wouldn't want to be lied to and taken advantage of and stolen from. So I consider that against my law. And so for me to do that would be evil for me. Let's be all the way 100. But this is what it is to hate evil. I hate slavery. I hate it. I don't care how you paint the picture. Try to listen. What the thing? I hate slavery. I hate it. The concept of it. I hate it. I'm not ashamed to tell you I hate it. Fuck you if you're down with it. How about that? In any shape, form, fashion, for any reason, I don't care who you call yourself. You came out the sky and trembling. And is you down with slavery? Yeah, well, fuck you too. Anybody, it don't matter. If I'm wrong, I just have to be. But I'm gonna be honest about it. I'm not gonna lie to you about it. That's why I'm taking so much time with this Noah and cursing Canaan, this innocent child, with slavery. And in the whole story, this baby ain't did nothing to nobody. And you sing songs about taking these people's stuff just because. And then when they turn around and do it to you, you want reparations for it. Man, they did the exact same thing in Exodus and Leviticus and Numbers and Joshua, and you said it was great. The exact same thing. I mean, they didn't change nothing. Nothing. No part of how they was been doing it, they didn't change none of it. Now it's wrong because it's happening to you. No matter how you twist it, it's what you sound like. It's only wrong if it happened to you. You sound like them. You sound as obtuse and dense as your captors. I think I'd be like, are you pretending not to be able to understand these concepts? You gotta be. I'm shout out to Thinker and the whole crew that I always catch them in the morning. And man, I'm listening to these people and I'm listening to this guy that's literally, I mean, she don't consider herself a goddess. Well, she don't, none of that. But I'm listening to her break this stuff down for these people. And when I say God, I just mean ancestors. I'm talking about my ancestors, man. My ancestors are my God. And the God of my ancestors is their ancestors. That's what I mean. And I mean it. Just like how you call today Thor's Day. No, man, I came into the day by way of my mothers and fathers. Fuck Thor. Fuck you mean this Thursday? You sound silly to me. That's why I don't be won't let you get in here and talk to me. I don't be won't let you get in here and talk to me too much. Cause everybody else get to be God but us. So I'm saying Canaan was cursed because he's the promised one. How you know he the promised one? Shit. Cause he the only one innocent in the story. He don't want blameless in the story. His name means land of purple and synchronicity. That's how I know. And I know what priesthood Noah represent. I know what priesthood he represent by what he did. So yeah, you can jump up and down for the people that your oppressors glorify. So this is why they love Noah so much. Y'all. The Lord, the Lord is the God of Noah, and the Lord mean master. It's the Lord who caused the flood, but in Revelation it says that the flood was done by the dragon to sweep the woman away with the flood. But the earth helped the woman and opened her mouth to swallow the flood that the dragon had spewed out of his mouth. The voice of many waters. So this curse that Noah is pronouncing, he's the mouth of the Lord. He's the priest. And the Lord told Noah, build an ark. I'm finna get rid of everybody. Because it was some mixing going on that, Lord didn't like this mixing that was going on. Out of his mouth, the dragon spewed water out of his mouth like a flood to overtake the woman. What woman? Which woman? Canaan have a mother, don't he? He do have a mother. I'm just saying Canaan does have a mother, right? The focus is Canaan. We focusing on Canaan. Canaan is the cursed child just because he was born. The dragon stood in front of the woman to curse, to devour the. We focusing on Canaan, and I know you get it from a patriarchy. You only count Israel in the 12 tribes of Israel every day. I get sick of hearing y'all, but he had 13 children. You so misogynistic, you don't even include that because one of them is a daughter, and you so misogynistic you won't even counter. And it's by it that you demonstrate your lack of understanding. Literally, like the daughter mean understanding. You left her out. But back to it. So yeah, Canaan have a mama. I mean, he didn't just pop up out of nowhere. Ham just had him by itself. He did have a mother. Book of Revelation revealed that the flood was to sweep the woman away and her seed. I'm just saying. So which woman we got to be talking about? We got to be talking about Canaan's mother. We got to be. Who else? In the flood, after the flood, Noah's mother is we not mentioning Noah's mother. Noah's wife, though, is who we contending is Canaan's mother. Or he could be Ham, she could be Ham, because neither of the wives are named. None of them. Noah's wife, Ham's wife. None of them are named. These four women, yeah, these four women. None of them are named. Only the males are named. The four women represent the unknown, what there is no name for. The tetragrammaton, the four letters, the four signs, they appear every time you see them. It's the same thing, the same pattern every time you see them. They pregnant or it's a baby in their lap. Everybody understanding what's being put in your face. That's enough. They left out to understand and stop it. Right? Somebody getting it. Already, y'all getting it. Yeah, cause I'm man, listen, man, like it's like we hearing this stuff. Are y'all not realizing the implications? Do you understand that they got us to say slavery and genocide is holy, righteous, and good every Sunday? What's being done to us? That we live in a state where we on one side we say what's being done to us is awful. We complain about it. We need to come together and stop it. Then we turn around and on Sunday we praise it and praise the God of it and say it's the best thing ever. How can we be in both states? It's a state of constant struggle here. How can you have peace and believe both at the same time? I mean, man, like, how can you? Colonization does not stop, has not stopped. It's an ongoing process from generation to generation. This app is a very dangerous app, and you might not think deconstruction is dangerous, but it is. It's very dangerous. Christianity is the foundation for this culture, the dominant culture. Christianity is a pillar of it. And it's too many people. Yeah, it's starting to unravel. But it's no, I'll be on Facebook, Corey Chappelle. I'm on YouTube. I think that's my name on YouTube. I'm not really on IG much. It ain't nothing but ass and titties on my IG feed. But on Facebook, I get on Facebook and go live, drop something on there. Uh, YouTube, I record video, might just sit and chop it up and just drop stuff on YouTube just to keep it coming. But what I want to do is shift the community over to Facebook because Facebook don't have the algorithm TikTok have. And I want to create a timeline and a news feed full of information and challenging the dominant culture and people that go live and speak, and we can support each other. Because on Facebook is where they try to hide and bury these type of sentiments because they not part of the dominant culture. So Zuckerberg and Musk and yeah, it's Jesus on theirs, and they not too much pushing at anything that speak out against Christianity, holding it accountable, stuff like that. So yeah, they use the religion to keep us divided, y'all. That's pretty much what it's a tool of colonization. So look at the picture uh to the top. Yeah, look at when they got the people and they got the cross out there, right? And people think that this have to do with they don't it's not that they care about yeah, they might really do believe in Jesus and really believe that they doing the right thing. But what's happening is the culture of these people is, their origin story and their gods and their religion and their ways is what bound them and make them strong. So that has to be gotten rid of. Because like somebody put in the comments, they divide, cry, I come to bring us forward. But in the division is an inside and outside thing. So you have to, once you accept Jesus, that means you got to accept everything that come with it. So whatever, if you was venerating your ancestors, that's evil now. It's a way to get rid of your culture, erase it. It's a way to make you erase your culture. Because everything that you used to do is now evil, witchcraft. All the way down the way you used to see time. You can't even see time like you used to see it no more. Today is the Lord's day. It's Thursday. It's whatever. Their gods now is your reality. And their gods is their ancestors. So your ancestors, who were your gods, are now devils, demons. So the process of giving you Jesus is twofold. It's giving you Jesus and it's erasing your culture. Whatever you had before Jesus, this gonna be the end of that, because you finna teach your children about Jesus. And they gonna teach their kids. So no more your culture. It dies. So this is what they do. This is how they do it. Sad. Yeah, sad. But so what we doing, we coming together. We coming together with each other. We not coming together based on charisma or money or muscle. We coming together based on community, like-mindedness, like having the same desires and pushing toward them. The goal is self-sufficient, to be self-sufficient, independent of this system as much as possible, owning our own land and building homes on land we own. So we don't have to pay rent and mortgage because it's our land. And we just increased the value of it. And we doing it together. And we having fun with it. So that's our goal. We're going through the ups and downs of it. Beat the odds, the people's brand. Ain't nothing stopping. We just gonna take it and keep it rolling. I can't wait to crash Facebook party. Boy, I'm trying to get past the Deacon Reverend such and such to get on up in here. I might get him on Facebook. I ain't gonna get him on TikTok. It's too, you understand me? But I get on Facebook long enough, keep calling him out. I get past the Deacon Reverend such to get on stage with me, and we can see if we can make some sense of this stuff. In the interest of building. Because it's going to start at the church one way or the other, whether you like it or not. It's starting at the church. And what I mean is, when we come to holding accountable, all these churches in our community, it start there. I ain't talking about the polls and at the voting office and at the city council. I'm talking about on your block. Them churches on your block in your hood, right there. Them gonna be headquarters. That's where we gonna gather and meet and plot and plan. And that means we're gonna find some common ground to be able to do it from. And we don't want you to let your different interpretation be a reason that the people can't come together in y'all church building. Because we just not gonna stand for it. We're gonna start there. The people in these communities, we're gonna use these church buildings and these church houses to see to the needs of our community. Not to divide them. If you can tell, if you got 4 different churches on your block in your city where you sitting right now, and you shaking your head, talking about this ain't right, now I'm just going, okay. So Pastor Deacon Reverend such and such tell his congregation not to fellowship with other congregations in this same community because they have different doctrinal interpretations. One sprinkle the water, one dunk the water, the other do the sinner's prayer. So they say don't fellowship with each other. One got musical instruments, the other praise dancing. So they tell each other don't fellowship. They have different things that they do for the community. Each congregation does, but they don't do it together because they told not to fellowship. Now they all in the same on the same street, damn it. But the pastors is telling the congregation that it's wrong if they fellowship because of different doctrinal interpretation. Now, these same pastors don't have a problem with all the members of this community working at the same warehouse. So you can fellowship on the job with whatever the belief system is. You don't even ask what they believe. The people who own the company, who cares? You can fellowship and not go to hell, long as you getting that money on that job. But if you happen to be passing out coats, and we over here at the first cornerstone, and they over there at the first tabernacle, and you fellowshipping with them passing out these coats, dropping off coats in their congregation, they got musical instruments going on in there, and we don't play music, you going to hell. We can work at the same warehouse. Listen, and with atheists, damn it, it don't matter. Praise Jesus. But if you feed the hungry with this Catholic church over here, and you know they got priests, and we don't do priests, it's all brothers and sisters over here, you going to hell. So convenient that your doctrine only matter when it's helping the community. Then we can't come together to help our community. We come together to make Jeff Bezos rich as we need to. In the name of Jesus, praise God. But passing out blankets together is going to get us sent straight to hell. And it's all because of you, Pastor. If you wasn't there, we could pass out blankets and feed the hungry together. If you wasn't there. It wouldn't be a problem with us coming together to feed the hungry and pass our blankets together and use every last one of these buildings to do it. and party and house people and clothe people while we do it. If it wasn't for you, Pastor, telling us we gonna go to hell for fellowshipping with each other. So sound like you work for master. The Lord. Look at the picture so you can see who he worked for. He worked for the Lord. He's serious. He not lying. But I need you to look at the picture so you can see who the Lord that he worked for is. That's all. I just want you to look at it before they ban it out. I just want you to see it before they ban it. And then Facebook and Instagram hide it. All in the name of the Lord. So yeah. Anybody can we become our own sovereign country? Yeah, country is its laws. So once you get you some bylaws, you got you a trust, in God we trust. And then you got you some bylaws of how that trust operate. And so a state is a state because it's self-sufficient. And it operates based on its own laws and its own trust. That's what make it a sovereign, self-sufficient. Yeah. That's what the goal is, self-sufficiency. Why haven't people are doing it. It's just not televised or broadcasted because it's not in the best interest of this system that people do this because they want employees so they can tax your income. Because they set up a system to exact your energy and income. But they set up shop on your land, right? And they said, we're going to hit you with some taxes. You got to pay us taxes or else you know, go to jail. And you say, well, what I'm gonna pay the taxes with? And they say, well, you gotta pay us taxes in dollars. Well, how I'm gonna get these dollars? Well, you gotta sell your stuff or come work for us. Cause we only want our taxes paid in dollars. This ain't the first time this has been done. It's always done this way. It always fall too. Same way. It always fall. And we'll be all right. Now the billionaires and the billionaires and the big corporate people, they not gonna be all right because they finna lose everything. But us, we gonna be fine. Yeah, but they finna lose everything because it's not gonna be worth nothing. Everything is gonna be free again. And the people that's doing their best to not make it free, you gonna be able to see them for what they are. And so, um, it's the story we're gonna repeat again. And so you end up exiling certain people, right? And you exile these people, and well, when you get to be enough of them and enough time pass, and a new age, they'll be back. And when they come back, they're gonna reinstitute what's called the dark ages that we coming out of now. Because when they reign, it's the darkness. When we reign, it's the light. Our reign is returning. Their reign is ending. Day and night. It's just how it works. So how you know you been in the dark? Because you can see the stars. Don't you call it day Thor's day? Or why you think you name your days after stars? Symbols of darkness, signs of the night. When you see stars, you know you're in the dark. You name your days after stars because you in the dark. You didn't know that the light was called day? No, you don't. Well, the light that's called day don't got nothing to do with no stars. The greater light that governs the day. The light is called day, and it's called good. That's the S-O-N, not the S-U-N. S-U-N ain't been spoken by yet. S-O-N express as soul, as sun, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Yeah, that first light, the beginning, that one. Yeah, man, that's called day and good. Then you get the greater light to govern the day. That's mama. You describe her as the night sky. She governs the sun because all of the sun is housed inside of the constellation. Governs. The constellations govern the length of the days. Mama tell you when to get up and go to sleep. You know, the greater light governs the day, mama. If the light is the sun, is the baby boy, then come on, y'all. Oh man, we finna get on up out of here, man. But I'm just trying to put this and make it hip, y'all. Make as much sense in your mind as we can make it make sense without none spooky being on it. Cause they told you the greater light was the damn sun and the lesser light was the damn moon. And he made the stars also. Greater light is mama. The lesser light is her son, your conscious mind. The night, what you rule over, the darkness that you rule over. You didn't know that it said of you that you are the light of the world? The lesser light to govern the night? Because mama is the greater light that governs the day, that governs you. Divine wisdom. That's the light, is her light. Express divine knowledge, because wisdom is divine knowledge applied, manifest. It's what make you the light of the world. But yes, you shine in the darkness. The lesser light that govern the night. But the greater light is mama. That's mother. That's the night sky. I told you they turned everything upside down, gave it to you backwards. This is from divine wisdom, though. So if you've always heard it from the patriarchy. When I tell you, Israel have 13 children, and one of them is a daughter, it means that every son is an expression, and you can express it in 12 different ways, 24 ways. It had the same meaning, no matter how you express it. One daughter, one understanding. These are principles. But because you got it from the patriarchy, they don't include daughter or mother in any expression of this knowledge. So this is the difference. When they express it, they exclude mother and daughter, and it shows in the way that it is expressed by them. Arise and shine, the light has come upon thee, Queen Lioness. Yeah, it's Big Mama time. Big Mama is here. Big Mama is back. Your family tree is female. Only female trees bear fruit. Yeah, is here. There's no getting around it. She's here, and her children remember her. And those that been denying her existence hate to see this happening. Existence hate to see this happening. Yeah, they hate to see it. Anybody got questions? Anybody got comments about what I'm saying in here about Canaan and the institution of slavery coming from Noah's curse? And before Noah's curse, there was no slavery mentioned in the Bible. Anybody want to get in here and tell me that I'm just making this stuff up? Canaan is the innocent one in that story. He is blameless. This child has done no wrong to nobody. This is your story. Ain't did no wrong to nobody, and some people came and said that you was cursed and they get to take your land and enslave you and genocide you just cause. Same story. Except in one page, you call it good, and when it's put in your face right here, you said they owe you reparations for it. You need to pick a struggle, baby. You need to pick you one. Let me know how you gonna see it. That's all I'm saying. Let me know how you gonna see it. Either it's good, genocide and slavery is good, or it's not. Need you to make your mind up. Because if you gonna call it good and right, then we can quit with all the reparations and the protesting and the marching. We deserved it in the name of the Lord. This is the punishment that the Lord gave us. If it's not, then yeah, let's ride on these hoes till we can't ride no more. But I'm tired of playing both at the same week on. Nah, I don't know, man. Which one or the other? Which one is it? The divine spark has come upon us. You hear me? How do you feel about marriage? So, okay, in the book, in deconstruction, everything that's being done is being done from the kingdom that is said to be eternal. That means at the time of the beginning, in the book, when they say in the beginning, the kingdom was already here and ancient. Because everything that's being done and created is from this kingdom that's said to be within you. Because it's a kingdom, it's a family line, it's a royal family line, and it's also laws already in place, been in place. The kingdom operate as a priesthood because they are their own religion. That's why they operate as a priesthood. Because the kingdom, they are their religion. Their ancestors and they all going all the way back in the lineage. Because it's a kingdom, the way this work in the kingdom is marriages are arranged. Right? What do this mean? That mean that in the kingdom ain't no men and women, first of all. That's in the world. In the kingdom, because it's a family, it's brothers and sisters, uncles and cousins, husbands and wives. And the marriages are arranged like this. What you call girls, they raised to be wives and mothers. They raised to be wives and mothers. And the sons, they raised to mother. And the sons, they raised to be husbands and fathers. It's a royal lineage. It's the kingdom. These are the cornerstones of it. The family unit. Mother, father, husband, wife. This is the foundation of it. So they raised with this. So it's completely different from things that's happening, how it's done in the world. People trying to find themselves, figure each other out. It's I'm coming in king, husband. She coming in queen, wife. I already know what it is. raised to from, because the way the kingdom operate, look, let's just come out of spook land and look at this kingdom, right? This family that spread through childbearing and marriage or in peace. So I meet you, and I got me and my family. I see my family as royal and divine in the kingdom, and we a priesthood, and we go back and we keep up with our lineage. And you say, hey man, it's real live the way y'all do that. The way y'all stay together and move together like that, give y'all a lot of power, man. Teach me that. And I teach it to him, and he go to putting it down, and then his kids and my kids start getting married, and now we family. Now the kingdom just expanded through marriage. Because I exchanged understanding from one to another, and that consciousness expand. Because you looking at you when you looking at your family, they looking at themselves when they look at you. Now we one big family. Based off the understanding, that's what united us. It wasn't necessarily the blood. The kids gonna do that for us. But what the foundation of this piece was our understanding and wisdom. This is the exchange. So yeah, this is how it's done in peace. Religion has never accepted the kingdom of, Christianity teach Christianity. They teach the gospel. But the kingdom is not something that it's a fact. You're born into it. It's described this way because your mind, you can't see it. It's an unseen realm, so we have to describe it, how we relate to it, how we experience it. And so this is the seat how we experience it. And so this is the seat of authority. This is where knowledge is born. This is where understanding is born from. So the subconscious most high part of this space is female. Because this is where consciousness is born from. The kingdom. The seat of the throne is the mother's lap. I don't got that picture up today. But that's what your conscious mind that came from your subconscious mind is mother. Your conscious mind is her son. That's the greater and lesser lights. The stars are in the sky. We're not talking about the stars, we're talking about the lights. The Bible makes a clear distinction between what the lights are and what the stars are. And to show you know the stars are in the sky, so you know the greater and lesser lights are something beyond what you see with your eyes. That's why they call lights and not stars. They took the woman out. They took the wisdom out. They took the understanding out. Yeah, that's what it means. They know what it means. We just don't. They tell you the Holy Ghost, the ones that know the 33 degrees and the ones at the top of the secret order, they laugh. Because you don't understand. They're removing mother. Every culture has what's called its wisdom culture. And the wisdom culture contains the origin stories of that culture. Because it's the origin story, the wisdom culture, that's the mother of it. Because inside of that origin story, the wisdom of that culture is contained with the signs and the symbols in it. They telling you that they remove your origin story, nigga. It's a mystery, my story. The wisdom, the divine wisdom that's expressed in your origin story, it's been removed. Where you come from? I'll wait. What's the origin story of the culture that you come from? You can trace Jesus to Adam. I said, what's the origin story of the culture you come from? So when they say the Holy Ghost, they killed your mother. The family tree is female. How far back do you go with your family tree? You got your little baby Bush now, huh? They removed mother. But you can't see past gender. When mother is spoken of, you think vagina. That's as far as you can. You understand things at the lowest level. When you see breast, you think sex. You don't think food. You can't see. Your rightness has blinded you. You so right. You know what I'm saying? Me? Man, you so right, you can't see. I don't give a fuck about being right. I don't want to be right. I don't listen. I could not care any less about being right. I'm gonna tell you the truth though. I ain't gonna lie to you about nothing. Right, wrong, good or bad, man. I ain't gonna lie to you about nothing. I don't hey man, that's where I'm at. I don't even care what you think right is. Yeah, man. Man, let me get on up out of here. I'm glad y'all understanding something, man. That y'all understand when you see that child, you gotta see it like a child. So if you come into the kingdom like a child and you see them breasts and you see that woman breastfeeding, you looking at God on his throne. The throne is the mother's lap, and God is the baby, and the most high is what the mother represent. So you looking at God most high, God on his throne. You're looking at the greater light that governs the day. The day is sitting in her lap. The mother is the greater light that governs the day. That's why she breastfeeding the baby. You don't even know what you looking at. So yeah, nah, man, we just gonna drop it as much as we can, and I hope y'all understand. This is why they want to ban this app so bad. Cause we reminding our goddesses of who they are, and the warriors among us. This ain't a problem. We've been waiting. We can't wait. Do you understand? We can't wait for our goddesses to embrace who they are, so we can embrace who and what we are. Look at the picture. See them, the picture right there, them that's on that shoreline. Boy, them come from some goddesses. hmm So we can do what we do and know it's good because we know it's gonna be passed on. The wisdom and the divine knowledge about who and what we are is in the best of hands and gonna get passed on. We do what we got to do. Long as we know, we can go doing what we got to do, knowing you know who and what you are, man. Hey, man, we can get to what we are naturally made and designed to do. Yeah, man. We just said explain the God ideology once more. I don't know. I'm older. My God is my ancestors. The God of my ancestors is their ancestors. That's how it always been. The mighty ones, the Elohim, or the elders of your family line, the first people that began to intentionally procreate. Because you got people that, it's just baby mamas and baby daddies, willy nilly with it. And then you got family lines that's intentional. Ain't no baby mamas and baby daddies in the kingdom. So my family, my ancestors, my mothers and fathers who are made in the image and likeness of, naturally, those are my elders, my mighty ones, the powers that be, that set the thing in motion. And I got their DNA in me. I got a certain type of wisdom and understanding that I get from them. It rests in my subconscious where the lights are. That's what makes the subconscious the greater light that house the conscious mind. That the conscious mind goes in and out of, not the other way around. Y'all getting it? That's what's up. I'm glad y'all getting this info. I'm glad y'all getting these jewels. I ain't in no rush. Anything I'm saying that y'all not understanding or that I need to clarify, let me know. I really ain't doing no triple. Shout out to Kitty Magic. I see you up and running. Feeling better. That's what's happening. Peace to everybody been rocking with me this whole time, all the way here. Up until this point, I appreciate y'all. Y'all just don't know. That's why I'm saying, man, catch me on the book. I'm Corey Chappelle. Keep on rocking with me. We'll do it at the same time. We'll just be on another bat channel. Because I really do want to crank the book up anyway. Because they be running from this on the book, y'all. They run from it on the book. Ooh, they run from it on the Zuckerberg. Don't like that there, man. Zuckerberg is not trying to hit. You gonna praise the Lord on Facebook. Yeah, you talking about. Say, man, you is not gonna get on Facebook and telling people not to go to Jesus. No, you not neither. Might get banned. I might get banned for Facebook. But we'll shoot our shot, see how it works. You understand me? That's how we do. Going outside, catch you another time already, man. That's the best thing happening outside. He's black and a Christian artist. I'm not a Christian artist. I hope y'all not talking about me. But no, I'm not a Christian either. I was trying to understand if you were saying the child is God and mother. Oh. Yeah, they okay. The father, the mother, and the child, they God. The Elohim, the mighty ones. The mighty ones is a kingdom. It's a family. It's a kingdom. It's a family. The family is of the mighty ones. Is have titles in this family. Mother and father are the most high of titles. Mother and father give birth to God. God most high, mother and father, that's most high. The child is God. Mama God, father is God. But when we talk about the most high, we talking about mother and father. That's most high. Between these two titles, when you got mother and father and God, these titles, mother and father is most high between the two. Yeah, I'm trying to just make it as plain as possible. As far as just looking at the titles, when you look at Jesus, right? Jesus is called God. Today is today is called Thursday. Thor is a God. Thor has a mother and a father, but he's still called a God. Jesus, he's called a God. He got the Lord's Day, Sunday. He has a mother and a father, he's still called a God. In upside down backwards world, you took God and you put that above mother and father. But the reality shows that it's the mother that give birth to God. So if these are titles and we looking for the most high, now we know mother represent the most high. She's his reflection. She reflect the concept of what cannot be seen, touched, taste, smell, or heard. So we can only describe it how we relate to it. And we are said to be born from it. But again, these are principles. Christianity give you characters. And because they gave you the Father and the Son, because the patriarchy only acknowledges the Father and Son as literal characters, they can't give you mother if they telling you ain't no mother. So they got to give you a ghost instead and laugh about it. For those who don't know. All right, but this the Son is this, so y'all won't get lost.